Hey y'all, this is Ariel with Competitor's Edge Massage. Have you ever wondered what a lacrosse ball can do for you? I know what you're thinking. Lacrosse, as in the sport? No, that is not the case. You're not going to have to play a rough sport to address your muscle groups. In this case, we're going to be using a lacrosse ball to address our TFL and our Piriformis. Let's go check it out. For your Piriformis, which runs from the sacrum to the greater trochanter, that goofy bone that sticks out, you will notice that there is a gap where the sciatic nerve runs through. This can cause sciatic nerve pain that shoots down the leg when the Piriformis muscle grabs that. Be sure to check out our other video on sciatic nerve pain for dealing with those kinds of symptoms. For the Piriformis, you want to go ahead and cross your ankle to your knee. You want to take your base leg and draw it up as far as you can. Some people are not as flexible, and that is okay. If that is the case, you can even have your leg completely flat, but we really encourage you to draw it up. From there, you're going to take your lacrosse ball. You're going to place it under the butt cheek with the leg that is crossed. Not your base leg, but the leg that is lifted. You're going to get up on that. I know you're going to want to roll around, but I really encourage you to find a hot spot. Once you have found that hot spot, I want you to pause on it, and then I want you to do some activation. This is called compression and activation. You're going to hinge that leg. This is one of the most effective ways to work your Piriformis. For your TFL, it is located on the front corner of the hip. What you will notice for the TFL, also known as your tensor fasciae latae, you can call this your latte or your coffee muscle, you'll notice that it rotates and actually attaches at the IT band. Theoretically, what we say is if we can release the TFL at the head of the IT band, we can release the IT band. So if you find yourself struggling with IT band tightness, be sure to address the TFL to resolve these issues. For your TFL, also known as your tensor fasciae latae or your latte coffee muscle, you're going to lay back onto your back. You're going to rotate your leg, the one you want to address, across the body. This is going to expose us to the TFL. You're going to take your opposite hand, put your thumb in the crest of your hip, diagonal your pointer finger back, creating a rainbow pattern. If you're too far forward, you're going to be on the hip bone. If you're too far back, you're going to be on that greater trochanter bone. We want to be right in between. You will find that there is typically a dip between those two bones as long as the muscle is not tight. If your TFL is tight, it is going to be like this ball. We are going to place that ball in this area and rotate onto it. Now please understand, if the TFL is tight and the ball is tight, you may want to roll off the ball or slip off the ball. That is okay, but I want you to get on it without wiggling. That is not how we're going to work this. You're going to turn onto it. When you turn onto the TFL, you may find that I am leaned back or you're leaned back to take pressure off of the TFL. That is not how I want you. I want you to rotate up onto that ball. For the first 30 seconds, you may find that it's very uncomfortable, so go ahead and sit and relax in this position. From there, you're going to take your back leg, place it further back out of our way. We're going to do two motions. Running man. Be sure to take that knee all the way to the chest and all the way down. And then we are going to move into windshield wiper. For the windshield wiper, be sure you draw all the way forward and all the way back, at least passing that neutral zone. One thing you do not want to do is bend at that knee, thinking that is how you're going to do that windshield wiper.